Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I am going to be taking my first play with the Trucking Along bundle. But first I want to show you a couple other things that arrived in my order yesterday that have been on my wish list for a little while. The first are these Nested Essentials dies, set of 3 nested shapes. They've got the great faux stitching of different types. This one, the banners have double stitching. That's what I'm trying to say. And these rounded corner rectangles have single dots. And then these, I'm not quite sure what shape you would call these. They have a slanted, longer stitching, almost like, it looks like a rope border almost, at least on here. I haven't tried them yet to see how they cut. So those I think are going to be very useful and very fun, and we may even be using them today. That's my plan. We'll see how it works out. And then the other things I got yesterday, I got a whole bunch of ink refills and some markers from the Color Refresh that I hadn't gotten yet. But I got a couple sets of masks because I've seen some really interesting things done with them. And I'm not playing with them today, but I think they will be fun to play with in the future. So these you can use blending brushes with, or spritzers, or sponge daubers. So this is a set of 5 different ones, and this one's neat. I've seen people use these 2 together or separately, and then this one you can do these shapes. So that's one set. And then another set here. Oh, they want to be difficult to come out of the package. There's that one. Oh, this one, let me grab something dark to put behind it, since it's light. There we go. That one's really cool. And that one. That one. And that one. So at some point I will play with those with you. You can also use embossing paste through these. So that'll be a fun thing to play with at some point. But today I am going to play with this Trucking Along bundle. And let me say hello here to Gladys and Paula and Roseanne. Thank you all for joining me from the US. And we are going to have fun this morning with these. These are brand new releases from the online exclusives. You will not find them in any printed catalog. They are only available online. And it's got the punch, which punches out the truck image, and you can do separate tires, separate fenders, and it looks like that's the window panel with this punch. And then there's all kinds of images in the stamp set that you can, they're 2-step stamping. So there's the truck, and you can fill it in with a color, and then you can even fill in the tires and hubcaps. And likewise, the trees, clouds, palm tree, and some beach, surfboard and life ring, presents, flowers and plants in pots, sunflower type things, yeah, and then grass and road and sides for your truck bed if you want. and then some sentiments. So before I start getting this fully inky, I'm going to show you, these come sandwiched between some plastic. And I think I showed you another day where I tried inking everything up with Lemon Lolly, very light yellow, mostly to kind of condition or help get rid of some of the manufacturing residue. You can just go ahead and take your, just clean them off to get some of the residue off. But people are once again touting coating everything with Versamark before you use it. So I'm going to go ahead, while they're all easy to access right here on this plastic, and coat them in Versamark lightly. And there we go. Versamark is a clear, sticky ink. We usually use it when we're doing either watermarking. So if you do it on colored cardstock, if you stamp with it on colored cardstock, it makes it a little bit darker, like you've put a watermark on it. So it just makes tone on tone. Or you use it as the glue to get embossing powder to stick where you want it. Okay, so then what I do, they put images of all of the stamps in there. You can keep them on the plastic if you want, or the idea is that you would transfer them in there. I'm just going to pull off right now the ones I want to stamp with and mount them on blocks. And you can take your stamps and lay them on the block, but especially if they're long and skinny and have any kind of wiggle in them, which is one of the great things about the photopolymer stamps, is that if you wanted to make an arch out of this long sentiment, you can do that, just like that. But if you want it to be straight, the best thing to do is put it flat and then use your block to pick it up. So I'm not using that one today. I just wanted to show you that. So I just make that kind of my rule, is that I always pick up my stamps with my block. It also means that if I particularly want to make sure it's straight, I can line it up on a line on my grid paper and align it like that. I don't need to worry about them being straight on the block, but I do want to make sure they aren't warped in their placement, because I want to be able to align those. So that's that one. And I was going to use the presents. And where's the outline of the presents? Right next to it. Oh, Lorraine, hello. I am glad that you have joined me, and I'm glad that you've ordered it. I have heard that it has gone in and out of stock in the US, maybe a couple of times. Yeah, I don't know what the story is with that. The stamp set will be easy to restock because Stampin' Up! Makes them right there in Utah, but yeah, I've heard that like the stamp set went out of stock, but the punch was in stock, so buy the punch, because that comes from China. And anyway, I'm just very glad that we rarely run out of stock here in the South Pacific. I am just grabbing my catalog because Gladys asked where I found the white stencils, correct? And they are a little hard to see. I am finding the right tab here. Is it Stampin' Tools? No, it's the Stamping Ink and Accessories. Yes, because they've made them white, they are very hard to see. There's the dark gray set that I showed you first. There is the white set up here. Like I said, they're very hard to see. They did do some coloring with them, but it's cut off. This I think is a terrible, terrible marketing thing. This one works much better. So there it is. And now you can find it. They are called the Foursquare Artistic Decorative Masks. So there you go. And Lorraine, thank you for yes, we got our citizenship last Thursday. We are very excited about that. So, okay, I do have a vision for what I'm doing today. I am going to bring in this Stampin' Piercing mat. This is the one that I've really done piercing on. I don't have it covered, but it will work just fine. And I have one of these rectangles, the rounded corner rectangles from the Nested Essentials. And I'm going to stamp in Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to get that right on there, I think. I'm just holding it in place. There we go. Oh, I was thinking maybe I'd bring in the ground as well. There we go. There's the ground. And I'm going to try to see how good my alignment skills are. This is Real Red. And I know this is going to stain my truck right off, so we're just going to go for it. There we go. I haven't done this before, so I'm just kind of looking to see the landmarks. Oh, it aligns really nicely. And then the present outline, back to my memento. Sorry, I got my head in that, didn't I? I just wanted to be able to see down to get it aligned. Again, very happy with that. And this time I'm using Azure Afternoon. Now this is a brand new stamp pad. I know they've been coming very juicy. So once again, I did my trick where you can take anything. I use a plastic spoon. When this dies, I'll go find some random spoon. But I just push the ink down to that end of the stamp pad. You can use like copy paper or messed up grid paper and daub off excess ink. But I find if I just push it down to that end, I get a nice impression and I'm not wasting ink, although that's not a huge concern often. But especially if you're using the distinctive stamps, the ones that have all that fine etching on them, you want to be able to not clog up your stamp. And I find that's true with all of the stamps. So now, especially with brand new pads, I'm tending to just push the ink down automatically. I'm going to pull this closer to me so that I can see without getting my hair in the camera. And then I'll put it back so you can see. Oh, really liking how those line up. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Okay, I will do that too. And I'm going to bring in this smallest rectangle, and I've got the special delivery sentiment. There we go. And here we go. Finished with the road. And now we'll do the tires and hubcaps. Now, Memento is, because it's a firm felt pad. It's not the soft, squishy foam as the colored ink pads. So it can be harder to get a nice coating of ink, which is why you'll see me often holding it in place longer. Just trying to get my alignment here. There we go. To give more time for that ink to transfer. Okay, I have to say, really, really pleased with that. Okay, now let me show you what I have in mind. Before I came online with you guys today, I punched out a bunch of the trucks from this punch. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this was when you stamp, there are ways to reverse your image, but your truck is always going to be going to the left. But with the punch, I've got them flipped, going the other way. And I thought it would be fun to do something like that. But I also thought maybe do my vellum trick again. So this is, I didn't play with this ahead of time, so now we're getting to see. I'm just taking, it looks different on camera than it does when I'm looking at kind of that angle. So I'm taking a moment to look and see what you are seeing too. Like I said, I'm trying to decide yay or nay. Okay, that's a nay. I think. Definitely like it offset. Ooh, that might be good. Yeah, I like the vellum too. I'm just trying to make it work. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to cut one more piece and see how I like it. I think that might do it. What do you guys think? Anybody? Want to see it closer? Like the two pieces of vellum. Yeah. Okay, so we will get this adhered together here. Okay. So, how are things where you guys are? Lorraine, if you're at home, you've been cold recently, haven't you? We were cold. We were warm yesterday. Not warm, but more mild than we had been. Okay. Yeah, Paula, you guys got just crazy rains, didn't you? I emailed my cousin who lives in your neck of the woods, Paula, and he said that they weren't having flooding problems, but yes, a lot of rain. Oh, let's get straight, guys. Well, good. I'm glad you guys weren't flooded, but got needed rain. Okay. There's that. And we'll add a piece inside. I think that would make a good, I can't remember if I said this before, good birthday card for, well, anyone who likes to drive a truck, or a ute, as they call them here. But I'm thinking a guy card. I feel like that's crooked, but it is what it is. And that's what I have for you guys today. Thanks for joining me. I will have item numbers and such, and a link for you to click on to shop with me in Australia, but it will also just give you the item numbers since these are online only. They are fabulous, and I'm really excited because can do Christmas type stuff. It says wishing you a festive Christmas, and you can do it with palm trees and beach stuff, or pines, presents, which is great for us here in the South Pacific. So thank you for joining me today. I will be back same time, same place next week, and I hope to see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.